Denya.
This is Cellus.
So today we're going to do the, what do you call it, the tag. So we're going to call it the Cellus and Denya Tag, where we just ask each other some questions and just pretty much answer them. Alright, so the first question is, what is your love language?
My love language is physical touch.
Okay.
What's yours?
Physical touch. But I don't think it's what y'all thinking about because we're definitely waiting for marriage.
It's not even like that. Like, physical touch is the way that you feel somebody cares for you. So it simply is me holding your hand or me putting my arm around you.
A hug.
A hug. It's just a simple, it goes a little further than what your other love language is.
Like, for example, too, whenever we have to have like a difficult conversation, I always ask Cellus, you have to hold my hand while you tell me things. So he's like, all right, it's coming. That's how I know it's coming. Something difficult is coming.
It's usually not even difficult.
It's not. I'm just the difficult one. I'm just the sensitive one. Okay, so babe, you can ask a question.
Okay. Have I ever gotten something for you didn't like?
Like a gift?
Yeah.
You actually give great gifts, so I would say in the beginning it's it's not like a tangible gift, but I would say counseling.
That was a gift. I paid for her to go to counseling, and I brought her out of town just so she could go, because that's how bad it was.
This was before I moved to New York, and I literally would travel every 2 weeks to go to Redeemer. Shout out to Redeemer, they're bomb. And I was a little stunned, I guess, because I was in shock because I'm like, whoa, do I really need counseling? It was like a good and bad thing, first reaction, because I was like, hey, why am I crazy? Just all the like stereotypes about counseling and therapy and all that. So at first I was thinking like, well, why do I really need to go, and is it necessary? But also on the flip side, I was like, man, I really have somebody that actually cares so much about me and my whole well-being. And I just want to let y'all know that after I did a few sessions of individual, he also went too.
Yeah, I think one of the early things about our relationship was I made it a point to be very intentional about asking her questions about who she was beyond just concrete, what do you like to do? Like, we all care about what somebody looks like, what they seem to do for fun, but we don't care about anybody's background anymore. We don't care about how they grew up. We don't care about what makes them them. And so from the gate, especially because she wasn't used to that, it was really uncomfortable for her. And I knew that because I'm a person who's really a pusher for counseling and being emotionally, spiritually healthy, I knew it was important for us with the direction we were going. So yeah, I really wanted to do that.
Okay, what would you say my best physical trait is?
I love your eyes. I call her eyes brown marbles. I look into them, and they're just amazing, beautiful, captivating. I love them.
Thank you, babe. Oh. I think for me, I would say his lips. They're just really full and, scrumptious. Like, let me stop. No, I'm just kidding. I always tell him that I'm jealous of his eyelashes, right? Don't I always tell you that?
You say that all the time.
I'm like, full disclaimer, I have fake lashes on, so my lashes are really not like that. But I wish I had his lashes, like just the way they curl up, and it just looks really nice when the sun hits on his eyes, and I'm like, dang, you fine. So I'm praying that our kids get his lashes, and a lot of other things, obviously. Okay. Go ahead and ask a question.
What's one of the craziest things about our relationship?
I think we call it actually couple telepathy. And especially during like the beginning of our relationship, we started having like a weird telepathy moments. And some examples were we would be thinking of the exact same thing at the exact same time. Like for example, when we were in Chicago for the Bulls game, I was staying at my friend's house, and I remember he borrowed my water bottle, and he was at the studio, and I texted him. I was like, "Yo, where's my water bottle?" And then at that exact moment, he shared a screenshot with me that he sent to his friend. It was like, "Yo, I left my girl's water bottle at your studio. Can I come get it?" Literally at the same time. It was pretty crazy. Remember that, babe?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then also we would match unintentionally. Like, it was crazy colors.
That was the craziest thing, because it'll be colors you wouldn't think of, like salmon or like olive green, like the non-common colors, brown and blue. Like we would do the
Navy
combinations
and yellow.
we were in the same exact colors.
It's pretty wild. Right? I'm actually share some photos. When did you know I was the one?
I knew you were the one when you would be just doing things that kingdom women do. Like when you would apologize for when you were wrong, when you would listen to me. I knew that I wasn't wasting my time. I knew it really was when you proved you were a Christian. Because remember I told you that the mark of you being a Christian was of you doing things that showed Jesus lived in you. So like when you'd apologize, when you'd forgive me, when you'd be patient, like I didn't want somebody who didn't show any fruits. And when you showed fruits, it always gave me confirmation that you were the woman who I could spend my life with.
Appreciate that, babe. For me, I do want to mention though that Cellus and I both don't agree in the one. And you guys probably seen in both of our stories, this book that we're reading, we actually read it every year. And we read it before we were even engaged. And what's it called, babe?
Meaning of Marriage, Tim Keller.
And so basically in the book, we've learned that there's no such thing as the one. Like that's just a concept that culture has created, like a soulmate and things like that. However, we do believe that there's the one that you choose, and that's what makes us each other's one, right, babe?
Yeah.
You'd say?
Yeah, love is an action. Culture will tell you that love is a feeling. They'll tell you that I'm waiting to find the person who makes me feel special and makes me feel all these things. But really, love is that person that you are deciding to love even when you don't feel the emotional feelings anymore. Like on the days where I actually am annoyed with Denya the most and actually am not excited about being with her, as horrible as that sounds, are the days where I'm the most in love with her, because I'm making an action to choose love despite how I feel. And if I do like the rest of the world and say, hey, I'm not feeling you today, let me go find something else, then I'll find that thing, and then when that thing makes me no longer feel good, I'll go to the next thing, and it's a never-ending cycle.
Okay, so when did we meet?
We met January 7th, 2017. On Instagram.
And we'll get into that story in the next video. It's pretty crazy, y'all. And let's see. And then when did you guys start dating?
We started dating.
Or when did we start dating?
Yeah, we started dating in August of 2017.
Y'all see that gap right there? Y'all see that?
Yeah, about 8 months after we met.
So, why did it take you so long to ask me to be a girlfriend or to commit to me?
Yeah. it took me so long to commit to you because I suffered from what every cultural and non-kingdom marriage-minded man suffers from, which is this feeling that I'm looking for someone I'm compatible with. I was looking for you to be somebody who would allow me to live the way I wanted to live and just fit into my life without me having to grow up and without me having to be uncomfortable. And on top of that, part of that uncomfortability was that you weren't black. And so I wanted a certain type of woman with a certain type of shape, certain hair, and I was so fixated on this compatibility piece that I was very close to missing the blessing that was right in front of me.
Wow. Yeah. What are some things that you think we have in common?
I think we really only have one thing in common, and it's that we love Jesus. It's the only reason it works, because we grew up differently. You're really bubbly and perky. I'm real chill and relaxed. You like Asian food. I don't like,
The only Asian food he likes is shrimp fried rice.
We're just different.
Just
We are completely different. But God, that's the mystery of it, is that our hearts are the same. And that's all that matters.
Yeah, I agree.